We are Steven and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Steven Jill here.
hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Steven Jack Butala.
And I'm Jill DeWit, broadcasting from sunny Southern California.
Today, Jill and I talk about staying involved with a professional grade land investor group, just like Land Academy.
The value of this.
You know, every role, every job, professional job I've ever had, where I work, big company, small company, usually bigger companies more so, they have a thing called continuing education, which I'm a huge fan of, and that's what the show is really about. We didn't want to just throw out some program and then not support it. And so we supported it a million ways by Land Investors, the site, doing a Thursday webinar, and I can list off all the stuff. We do this daily show. So we're big fans of continuing education and updating stuff as it happens.
I completely agree with everything that you just said. For me, I see it a little bit different, which is it's like an alumni group or it's like a fraternity. Mm-hmm. How about this? I see this is being with investors at your level and always wanting to be involved with investors at your level, because there's going to be times you help each other out. Hey, remember that deal we did back in 2000 and whatever? You know, do you want in on this one? I got one of those again and I need a money guy, or whatever it is. There's going to be something.
You're going to run out of something. For us, it's always money. And we have
or
endless
expertise,
capital
something
to buy we all both know that we're good at buying property really cheap, you know, but when you spend $4 million in a month on acquisitions and you're rolling through them and they're smoking deals, you start to bring in partners. And it's good to be involved in a group, which is what this is, and have access to this stuff like that.
I want to talk more about this in a minute in the show here.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Before we get into it, let's take a question. I got ahead. Posted by one of our members on the LandInvestorscom online community. It's free.
John wrote, I have a potential parcel acquisition that is bordered on one side by a railroad. The railroad has an access road that runs parallel with it as well. It's desert property in northern Arizona. Is this a bad thing, or does it even matter? Thanks.
Jill?
I think it's great. I heard access road.
You got to be real careful on...
Depending how big it is.
On utility access roads, like in the mountains where there's really large power lines coming out of a power plant. A lot of times there's gates and stuff. This is not my first choice on property. And if you put a gun to my head and said, is railroad property good or bad? I would say bad. I think there are some positives to it. Number one, it's not out in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
There is something there still. But in general, we're experiencing, here's the reason I included this question. We are experiencing as a group, certainly Jill and I, but as a whole group, some of the best acquisitions we've ever done, because of this COVID, because people they need money. They're in a situation where a life event happened, the COVID happened, or probably some job-related thing, or where people are passing away. And they're selling us their property, so I don't think you have to settle.
We can be pickier now, which is true. So I still, bordered on one side by a railroad and it's 40 acres, I'm not going to worry about it. Because I could be over here. 40 acres is pretty big with the railroad way over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not the railroad itself that's noisy or anything. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
The railroad access road concerns me. It's not a public road. Is it closed?
I heard what you're
access road
saying.
that really
You're
concerns
saying
me.
that's the only access you have. Now I'm concerned. Okay, I missed that part.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just like, there's a railroad way over there. I'm like, I don't care. That's great.
That's actually good.
Yeah.
If it's adjacent to a railroad and you've got a county road on the other side, that's fantastic.
Exactly.
That's actually more positive than not. Thanks. Today's topic, staying involved with a professional grade land investor group. This is the meat of the show.
How much easier is it to be not on an island and with no one to bounce things off of for almost everything that we do? And I mean, I'm talking personally us, not even just somebody who's brand new. I personally lean on our advanced group. I lean on you. I lean on my team.
Yeah, look at us.
We're
the first two members.
Exactly.
And look how much better we do together.
And we're the last two.
Yeah, we will be.
You're looking at him right here. So, but I can't imagine, like, even being, we talked about doctors and other occupations and things yesterday and stuff. Just imagine being a doctor. I'm going to be a doctor. I went through all the education. I learned everything I knew. I know how to do surgery. Now I'm going to a remote island, and I never talk to anybody else about it. I never know new technology. I never know what comes up. I never know new methods. I never know there's a better way to do something. I never know all this. I never pick up a book. I never talk to somebody.
A new way to get customers, even. A new way to get paid for doing surgery. There's in every profession you're in, there's new stuff that happens, especially with the way computers are. There's new technology. That's not how I saw this.
Oh, that's how I see it.
I mean, it's good that you see it differently.
Yeah.
If this doesn't convince you, I don't know what will. And you know what I'm going to say. Every live event we have, people end up sitting next to each other, and we hear 2 years later that they are lifelong financial partners. One guy funds everything. One guy does the deals, and it's like they made $17 million together. Right. They come to the next year and they say, "Oh yeah, last year I got stuck sitting in that guy, and now we do everything together." I probably have 30 examples of that, and not just a live event, but they tell Jill, they send her an email. So either better together or you're not. And what better way to do this than be in a professional group like this?
Just kind of this topic is about, again, our staff brought this up. You know, like, we haven't shared in a while what really goes on behind the scenes with our group, how much we help each other, how beneficial it is, and you're not alone. You know, we throw that saying around, at the end, you're not alone in your real estate ambition. We really mean it. It's kind of like even our weekly calls. I can't imagine. I wish I had us. Gosh, I wish I had us 10 years ago, to bounce things off of. It's just so, my life is easier. And again, even our advanced group, we have a WhatsApp channel that we all talk about. And we all share notes, and some of it's funny, some of it's like, hey, have you been in this situation before? And even just our online community. I'm sure that's why Bigger Pockets got started and as big as it is. It's, we did our own land investors because we were like, hey, we need a land only way to communicate, because it was just going in so many 18 different tangents, and I couldn't find my people in there. So that's part of why too we made our own online community, because I need to be able to communicate with the people who are doing deals like I'm doing and understand what I'm going through. So I guess I'm just talking about it, letting you know what's here, and it applies to everything. You should be, no matter what you do, you should be in the restaurant business. You should be all talking with each other and sharing things like,
and growing. If you're not growing, you're dying. You can't just. I had a football coach say this all the time. Tomorrow you're going to be a better football player or a worse one, but you're not going to be the same. And so in a lifelong relationship like Jill and I, hopefully every day you grow, and not die.
Truth time. Some days are better than the others. Like everyone.
This is an original Steve saying. More education is always better. Always.
I love it.
I don't care what it's about.
I can't stop.
How painful it is and how long it takes. You're always going to come out of it better.
I'm hardwired that way. I'm also hardwired that, which is very true, and I see this in our community, that the more you give, the more you get. And I really mean it. Because if you put it out there, I don't know, you're the pro at whatever. Say you're the pro at undoing title issues related to these types of someone passing on, whatever it is. You can't keep it to yourself, and just be the only guy. Because I promise you, if you share and help other people, there's a lot of people are going to say, can I just pay you to do that for me? And guess what? Now you got a little side business. I'm just dreaming up stuff, but stuff comes back.
You buy a piece of property and you sell it. If you buy a piece of property for $8,000 and sell it for $16,000, and you tell people about it correctly, from an informational standpoint, you will never be left alone again about having access to money.
True. Boy, that's a good one.
So then your job becomes to stay educated and involved in a group and using technology as it grows to become a better acquisition person.
That's what we do.
That's what this group is for. And you can do every single one of those things with other people in our group. Everybody in our group is 6 months after you are right now. Not everybody, but I'm 25 years after you are right now, but there's tons of people in our group that where you are right now, they're 6 months ahead or a year ahead or 2 years ahead or 5 years ahead or 4 deals ahead or 40 deals ahead. So they know there's not a thing that you can ask in this group that isn't going to get answered very directly and like truth time real.
You know what's great too is you want to be in the type of environment where no one's intimidating, and we're not. No one, because you know what? I'm here to tell you, there's even to this day, and I know you will agree with me. There's situations that come up. I'm like, wow, I've never seen this one before. Yeah. It's kind of funny.
Like how you have to hold land in Louisiana.
There's things
Georgia
that are always come up, and they're always changing.
Yeah.
You just go with it, and that's why you have a group and you help each other. Happy you could join us today. Monday through Friday, you can find us right here on the Land Academy Show.
Next Monday, join us for another interesting episode because you are not alone in your real estate ambition.
Did you say everything you want to say about that? I just want to talk about that for a minute because, we hadn't.
Some of the stuff is, these shows this week were very driven by customer service, which is good because I do want to answer people's questions. But they're like very, very, very basic. Hey, is this a good or not? Is it okay? Is Land Academy okay or not?
Well, sometimes we just need to hear that. And sometimes it's good to be reminded. Don't you remember? You know what? I'll tell you. Truth time. Because
I love this truth time thing.
Here's my example. There are days. I'm not saying today's one of them. I'm not saying today's not one of them. We are not necessarily on the same page, but we fake it well. And we'll be out.
Or not.
And we'll be out to dinner, and one of us says something really nice, because that's just how we are, for the other person. And someone will see it and say, you guys are amazing. I cannot believe you're like that with each other. And you know what? It's just a little reminder of, we are really good together. So you know what? I think that's what this week is. Little reminders of, we are that good. We are that good together. We are that great of a group. We're here for the right reasons. Yeah. And I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, sweetheart.
Thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you find our content valuable, and we do appreciate your support. If you haven't already, please check out our YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions really actually help us create the type of content that you're here for. Hitting the like button, seriously, on your favorite episodes helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your actual interest for future shows. It's all about the data here.
We're Steven Jill.
Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.